Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. Saturday afternoon, well, early evening actually. It's extremely hot where I am in South Africa. I've been waiting for it to cool down a bit so I could walk the little dog that I am dog sitting over the weekend, and also so that my brain would start functioning again. It's been ridiculously hot today. So a bit of an unpleasant topic to be talked about today on the tarot table, Lunar Soul Tarot, because the Lunar Soul is my kind of woke tarot deck, and we're dealing with people who think that they're on the woke side of the street, but are allegedly some of the biggest trolls, some of the most vicious spreaders of rumors and threats and hate around. And of course that would be Christopher Boozy and the Sussex Squad. And the reason I'm looking at it today, this very unsavory topic, is that there is a drip going on in the press, and there's a lot of speculation that a big hit piece is coming in possibly the Sun, but one of the newspapers, the English newspapers, that's really going to expose these people. And the reason being, some of their more illustrious victims have been interviewed allegedly by the newspaper. The Sun has run an expose on Christopher Boozy. If you don't know who he is, he's an IT guy, a tech guy, who has his own platform, his own social media platform. He has a rather checkered past by all accounts, but he is the one who likes to expose allegedly all the bots that are going after the Parkles, but actually many people suspect is implicated in the bots that are going after the royal family, especially William and Catherine. And so he's been peddling conspiracy theories, and he has said that the palace lied in a North Korean manner by sharing fake photos. He's desperately trying to prove, for instance, that the video of Catherine when she was seen out and about in Windsor was a fake. So that's him. The Daily Mail's also been at him. The most toxic Kate troll of all was their headline. The Sun has also been snooping around in the Sussex Squad and their meetings. Boozy organised the meeting, seemed to run the meeting, and the Sun went in, and the quote is, "Inside the sinister world of the Sussex Squad, online trolls making Kate Middleton's life a misery with bullying and lies." Not only her life, but also just ordinary people out there who are trying to report and document the lies and the hate. They have been threatened, doxxed, attacked, their children attacked, their addresses exposed, their places of work contacted and threatened. It's really vile, and it's been going on for a long time, about 6 years. The New York Times also has picked up this story, just by the way. People such as Dan Wootton, and there's another guy who was silenced for a while, are now back on social media platforms and are back saying that they have the evidence to prove who is behind all of this. We are not saying Harry and Meghan are behind all of this. The actual names possibly of some of the real nasties in the Sussex Squad. Australian reporter Peter Ford has said to Christopher Boozy, "You've been exposed for what you are, and soon it will be highlighted who is behind it. The jig is up." So, is the jig up? That's what we're asking today. Again, got to say that the accusation isn't directly at Harry and Meghan, even though they have been photographed with some of these people out and about, some of the Sussex Squad. They are not accused of being absolutely directly involved, not yet anyway. Perhaps that is coming, and we're going to ask in this reading. But allegedly, Meghan in particular does enjoy the attacks, and this is according to Celebrity Days and Nights, the attacks on the royals, the attacks particularly on the Princess of Wales, and So we're going to have a look at this. We're going to see if the press is up to something. Is this the big moment that we have been promised for April? And just by the way, Lady C's new book is out on the 11th of April. If you are interested, it's ready for pre-order. I noticed that today. So it just under 2 weeks' time, that book is coming out, and already some interesting tidbits about that, which we'll look at. So, pressure's on, and let's get to it. I know I've talked and talked, but I just want to fill you in if you don't really follow the minutiae of the story about the kind of people we're dealing with, and whether their comeuppance is upon them. So that's what we're looking at today, and thank you for the cards. I felt the need to say that to Universe for some reason. Got the nod. Let's remind you, very important today, that this is just tarot for fun and entertainment. It is all just my opinion. It is all just speculation. I just read energy here, archetypal energy, for reasons that I've mentioned many times. The royal family, of course, the archetypal family in the world. And disclaimer in the box below, please read it, form your own opinions. I'm doing this on a Saturday because I'm wondering if there is a big story that's going to break in the press on Sunday, meaning tomorrow, at the time that I'm doing this. I have the Ace of Swords in reverse as the underlying energy for this. The Ace of Swords is very much a card of truth and justice when it's upright, holding the crown aloft. A declaration of intent, of purpose and meaning. In the reverse, lies, treachery, sabotage, trying to bring the crown down, spreading misinformation, that kind of thing, injustice, all of that in the Ace of Swords in reverse. So we have the underlying energy. Let's have a look at the actual story that we're dealing with. And we're dealing with the Two of Cups. That's a partnership. Interesting, the color of the hands there in our Lunar Soul Tarot. Two of Cups is a partnership. And the partnership that we're talking about today is allegedly, and we're going to just sprinkle allegedlys all over this reading, is allegedly between Boozy and the squad. Boozy and the blowhards, I call them. But there it is. There is the partnership, the collaboration, the joining of forces to stir things up, to send out a particular narrative. And this, of course, all started way back when Harry and Meghan were upset with the fact that the British royal family wasn't squashing negative comments in the press and rumours and things like who made who cry and Tiara Gate and the things that go bump in the night and all of that. They weren't clapping back like the Parkles wanted the royals to clap back. And so the Sussex squad got organised and set off and really did a number on a lot of people, a lot of the old faithfuls like Yankee Wally and so on. So anyway, there we are. There's the partnership that is allegedly at play here in the story. So I'm going to look at the press in the first column. Are they up to something? We have asked these kinds of questions before recently. High Priestess, yes they are. It's a secret card and she's holding a book in her hand. A book of secrets, you could say. And there she is, the mystery, guarding the gates of perception to higher realms, higher knowledge, higher wisdom. The High Priestess, they are up to something with that card as far as I can tell, from an energy perspective, reading the card. And they have all the mysteries, they know all the stuff. I've seen this before with the press when I've asked these kinds of questions in similar kinds of readings. They know all. They hold that book of secrets. They're waiting, I think, for a sign to release the information. I think the ground is being softened. People are being informed, those who don't follow these stories minutely, like we do here and on many other platforms and channels. But I think that the ground is being softened. People are being prepared for the big story when it comes. So is the big story on its way? And I have the moon in reverse. Wow. I have the two cards of secrets of two major arcana. This is an absolute yes from universe. It's making me feel quite unwell, even though I think it's an absolutely wonderful thing if these people are exposed for their hate and their rage and their, in my opinion, insanity and their viciousness and the damage that they have done to people who are only trying to expose the truth. They are trying, Ace of Swords in reverse, to hide the truth. But here comes the High Priestess. They know everything, the press. And the Moon in reverse is when the fog kind of clears. The Moon is about confusion, doubt, fear, the stuff that people project out of their own toxicity, stuff buried, stuff hidden, stuff clouded, people who are afraid of maybe articulating the truth. And we've all had to self-protect and creep around certain topics and be very careful as a result of these people and their power and their influence, some having influence that reaches right into the heart, allegedly, of Google, Twitter, wherever else. Dangerous people, the Moon. But in reverse, exposure, light shining finally, clarity coming finally. So those are two very, very, very big cards. Let us have a look now at Christopher Boozy. Is he worried right now? How's he feeling? Just generally. 7 of Wands. He is trying desperately to defend himself and push back against people who are coming at him with truths, with accusations, with evidence. He's trying, as I say, to prove that that video was fake, and people are openly mocking his attempts. For somebody who claims to be a tech expert, IT expert, it's laughable what he's trying to push back with. But there he is, he's under attack. 7 of Wands. Is he going to be exposed? I mean, he's already been exposed, but is it going to get worse for him? I have a duality card here, which is one of the confusing extra cards that this little tarot deck for some reason has decided to to include, as some of the more recent tarot decks do. And duality, of course, is light and dark. And is there such a thing as absolute truth? It says, the little book says, what is fair to one might be an injustice to others. So it's about perspective. It's about two sides of the same coin. It's about light and dark. And of course, this whole story, it's a very interesting card that has come out, because the reason that I personally follow this story so intently is because of this duality of perspective, of the fact that this grouping honestly believes that they are right and that what they are doing is justified, whereas the other side of the coin believes the absolute opposite. It's the perspectives. And there can only be clarity, light, when there is darkness. And so for me, and this is my personal interpretation of this card, it's this necessary tension of opposites that is going on in the story, so that we can see the truth. We can choose a side. We can make our own decision about where we stand in the story. And for me, this is a meta story. And where we stand in this story, this is my personal opinion, also expresses where we stand in the great story of good and evil, of who represents what, of what side you are on right now in the world, and even in more than just the world, in the heavens as well. So there it is for me. So I think he is an instrument of this. It's very much this 2 of Cups that has become this duality card, that he might be revealed as the kind of mastermind behind all of this, which is what the press seem to be tending towards. I don't know if he is emphatically. I can only speculate, and I have to make it very clear for legal reasons that I am only speculating and wondering where the press are heading with this sudden barrage of articles on the squad and on Christopher Boozy. So let's move on to the squad themselves. Are they worried? Many have closed down their accounts, deleted things. Yeah, 8 of Swords. They've got themselves into trouble. You can see the energy of both is of worry, of getting themselves into a predicament. 8 of Swords is a trap. They're afraid. They can't see the way out. As I say, some have gone, taken down their accounts or deleted certain posts. But there does seem to be information about who they actually are, the ones masquerading behind false names as they send out this hate. There it is, 8 of Swords. Are they going to be exposed? That's their current energy. Are they going to be exposed? 4 of Discs in reverse. That door is going to be opened. Clearly, that's a yes for me. Reading the cards, my opinion. 4 of Coins or Discs upright is maintaining control, keeping a firm grip on things. And when the card is in reverse, you lose control, you let go of things, and things become destabilized. So I think that that door is about to be opened, and I think that they are going to be exposed, and I think it's going to be difficult for them. It's not a terrible card, but it does mean that whatever has been silenced and clamped because of that door is going to be opened and exposed, and it's going to be uncomfortable for them. Tell me about the Parkles now, because we're not directly accusing them. We're not saying that they stirred all of this up and set them off and give them their marching orders and tell them what to do. We're not saying that yet, but we're going to ask if it's possible that some involvement is going to be revealed. So I want to know how worried the Parkles are this weekend. Are they worried? Yes, they are. 4 of Swords in reverse. This is uncomfortable energy as well. Upright is resting, reflecting, retreating for healing and calming down and self-soothing and all that kind of stuff. After a defeat, after a betrayal, the 3 of Swords, of course, before the 4 of Swords, but in reverse, not able to rest, not able to just step away from a situation. Still frenetic energy in the 4 of Swords in reverse, almost manic energy of messaging people, rushing about, trying to keep the momentum going, but the momentum is already lost and the exposure is coming, as far as I can tell, for the others anyway. 4 of Swords, always reputational damage as well. It's gossip, it's rumor, it's allegations, it's things like that in the reverse, very damaging for me as a reader. So they're in big trouble. They're very worried that they're about to be in very big trouble, because of course things have really turned against the Parkles with the cancer diagnosis of the Princess of Wales, and the way that the whole world, minus the Sussex squad, has really moved to support her and express concern and sympathy and love. So tough times for the Parkles. We're going to look at their energy properly in the next reading. Tainted, implicated for them. What's going to happen if the story breaks? We've got the 5 of Discs in reverse. For me, that means outcast, outcast, outcast energy. 5 of Discs, 5 of Pentacles is the card of exile, banishment, financial ruin, illness, being left out of things, being kept out of things. In reverse can read it in various ways. I'm going to read that 5 of Discs in reverse as extra, extra, out. This, if the story breaks, and we're speculating that it might be about to break, certainly with the High Priestess and the Moon in reverse, it tells me that the press knows stuff, they have stuff, and they are revealing stuff so far, unless somebody in the royal family, I suppose, decides to stop them, but I don't think that's likely. Not right now, not with that card, Ace of Swords in reverse, underlying all of this. But this tells me that if the story breaks, and if the connection is traced back to them in any way, really, not even directly, not saying that they are the ones that instigated it, they are the ones that give marching orders. I'm not saying that. But if anything loops back to the Parkles, to Harry and Meghan, it's going to look so bad that their exile is going to become permanent. with that 5 of discs in reverse. So I think we're in interesting times now. Lady C did say, Dan Witten has said, and wish I could remember the other guy who was cancelled for a while, but he's back, and also saying he knows names, he's got the information, he's going to be revealing it. So stuff is going to come. It does look like from this reading, it does look like they are all worried, and it's coming. The Parkles also worried, and it looks like if the stuff does drop and it does loop back to them, it's going to really keep them out of the royal family long term. That is your reading, and thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.